Y'all, you probably think the Toronto Blue Jays are sitting pretty after locking up Vlad Jr. with that monster $500 million deal. But hold up. Bichette bombshell just dropped and it's sending shockwaves through the entire AL East. We're talking multiple teams circling like vultures, ready to snatch our two-time hits leader right from under our noses. This ain't your typical Blue Jays rumor mill, folks. This is straight insider intel that could reshape our entire infield before spring training. I'm your diehard Jays fan who's been bleeding blue and white since those championship days, and what I'm about to reveal will have you questioning everything about our 2026 plans. If you're a true fan of the Blue Jays, you won't want to miss a second of today's updates. Smash that like, drop a comment, and subscribe. Let's set the stage here. Blue Jays Nation, we just wrapped up what many are calling a breakthrough season for this organization. After years of mediocrity and false promises, the front office finally put their money where their mouth is with that historic Guerrero extension. But here's where it gets complicated. That massive commitment to Vlad was supposed to signal that ownership is ready to compete, not penny pinch on other core pieces. Bichette isn't just any player walking into free agency. This is a guy who's led the entire MLB in hits twice during his career. We're talking about a consistent offensive force who was on pace to capture another hits title this season before that devastating injury derailed his campaign. When you look at the numbers, Bichette represents everything this franchise has been trying to build around: consistency, clutch hitting, and homegrown talent that connects with the fan base. But here's the kicker that's got everyone in baseball talking. According to MLB Network's John Morosi, multiple teams are already expressing serious interest in Bichette, and they're not just viewing him as a shortstop. These organizations see him as a versatile infield piece who could slide seamlessly into second base or third base roles, which dramatically expands his market value and potential landing spots. The World Series just wrapped up, and apparently, watching other teams compete for championships has only amplified Bichette's stock in the eyes of contending clubs. Front offices across the league witnessed what playoff baseball looks like, and they're now aggressively pursuing the pieces they believe can get them there. Bichette, with his postseason experience and proven ability to perform in high-pressure situations, fits exactly what these win-now teams are seeking. Now, here's where it gets interesting for us, Blue Jays faithful. The organization just committed $500 million to one player, which should theoretically signal that they're ready to spend on other key contributors. But baseball economics aren't that simple. Paying Guerrero that massive contract could actually limit their flexibility when it comes to retaining other homegrown stars like Bichette. From a roster construction standpoint, losing Bo creates a massive hole that won't be easy to fill. He's not just a statistical producer, he's become a cornerstone of this team's identity. The connection between Bichette, Guerrero, and the rest of this core has been the foundation of everything the Blue Jays have built over the past few seasons. Watching him walk away would represent more than just losing a talented player. It would signal that this organization still isn't fully committed to sustained excellence. But wait, there's a twist coming that nobody's talking about yet. If multiple teams are viewing Bichette as a second or third baseman, that actually increases his value significantly. Shortstops who can seamlessly transition to other infield positions are incredibly valuable in today's game. Teams like the Yankees, Red Sox, and even West Coast contenders could view him as the perfect complementary piece to their existing roster construction. Here's the brutal reality that Blue Jays management needs to face. If they let Bichette walk after committing to Guerrero, they're essentially admitting that their championship window is still theoretical rather than immediate. You don't pay a player $500 million and then watch other core pieces leave for financial reasons. That's how you end up in baseball purgatory, paying superstar money for mediocre results. The timing of this market buzz isn't coincidental either. Teams that just missed the playoffs or got eliminated early are already identifying their weaknesses and targeting solutions. Bichette represents exactly what these organizations need: consistent offensive production, defensive flexibility, and proven performance under pressure. Blue Jays fans, comment your city below. Let's map out just how far Jays Nation spreads and show everyone we're Canada's team with the loudest fans. What's particularly concerning is how this situation mirrors other instances where the Blue Jays had opportunities to lock up homegrown talent but hesitated due to financial considerations. We've seen this story before, and it rarely ends with the player staying in Toronto. The difference this time is that the baseball world is watching to see if the Guerrero deal represents a true philosophical shift or just an isolated move. From Bichette's perspective, the decision becomes about more than just money. He's looking at organizations that are committed to winning now, not just talking about it. If teams are approaching him with concrete plans for how he fits into their championship puzzle, that's incredibly appealing compared to staying with an organization that might still be figuring out their long-term strategy. The next few weeks are going to be absolutely crucial for determining the direction of this franchise. If they can find a way to retain Bichette alongside the Guerrero extension, it sends a clear message that the Blue Jays are finally ready to compete at the highest level. But if he walks away to join a division rival or World Series contender, it confirms that this organization is still operating with one foot in the competitive pool and one foot out. Remember those back-to-back World Series championships? That team was built around keeping core players together and adding complementary pieces. The current front office has an opportunity to follow that blueprint, but it requires commitment beyond just one massive contract. Here's what we know for certain. Bo Bichette's market is heating up, and the Blue Jays are facing a defining moment for their franchise. The decision they make regarding his future will tell us everything we need to know about their true championship aspirations. This isn't just about one player. It's about whether this organization is ready to take the final step from pretender to legitimate contender. So, Blue Jays Nation, here's my question for you. Do you think the front office will step up and keep our homegrown core intact, or are we about to watch another talented player slip away? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're hoping they make the right move. And subscribe because this offseason is just getting started, and we're going to be covering every twist and turn as this story develops. The future of Blue Jays baseball might just depend on what happens next with Bo Bichette.